Very good morning, dear students. I hope all of you are fine and safe. Today we are going to discuss about the subject OC. This is our chapter number 6, that is directing, and we are discussing non-financial incentive as a part of the motivation. In previous session we discussed some of the financial incentives along with three non-financial incentives, that are security of employment, appreciation of work and reward, and assignment of responsibility. And today we are going to discuss about the remaining three non-financial incentives, and then we'll move forward third element of the directing, because till the day we have discussed two main elements of directing, that is supervision and motivation. In motivation we discussed about the meaning, characteristics of motivation, importance of motivation, then hierarchy of needs given by Abraham Maslow, and types of financial incentives. In incentives we discussed financial and non-financial incentives. So when we completed this particular topic, then the particular point of a motivation will be completed along with these three type of non-financial incentives. So let us start with the fourth, that is advisor. When a worker has been efficient for a long time, his advice is sought in policy formulation to get advantage of his experience. When this happens, the worker feels that he is an important part of the company and feels encouraged. So, in non-financial incentives, we had seen that basically these are the types of incentives which are provided so that the enthusiasm and inspiration of the workers will increase. Here in this point also, when a worker has been efficient for a long time, his advice is sought in policy formulation to get advantage of his experience. Sometimes it may happen that a particular worker is working for a same organization from a very longest time period, say for example 10 years or 15 years. During this time period, he become efficient enough and he will try to understand each and every system of the organization and will become aware with the system and behavior and the procedure of the organization itself. So if he has been efficient for a long time, then he will able to understand each and everything of the organization, along with now he is capable enough to give some kind of suggestions and advices to the organization for the betterment or better working of the organization. So same way the top level authorities also sought their advice in formulation of a policy and to get advantage of his experience, where with the help of their experience they will be able to make such a policy decision which will be helpful in achievement of the business organization's goals. When this happens, now by this way, in a first instance, the organization gets the help of one more advisor who are very closest to the employees and workers who are working in the organization. So one hand, the organization is getting one more decision maker opinion or one more person whose opinion or suggestion will be taken, while on other hand, when this happens, the worker to whom they appointed as an advisor feels that he is an important part of the company and feels encouraged. Now if he will work more towards the success of organization, then it will become worthwhile for the organization to appoint him as a advisor. So here if we sum up the situation, then we can understand that it is the win-win situation where the organization is getting an advisor who amongst the workers and employees of the organization so that industrial peace can be maintained, and the worker who get appointed feels that he is an important part of the company and feels encouraged and will try to make some more contribution for the organization's success. Fifth one is a welfare activities and amenities. Welfare activities and amenities given to employees also inspire them to work. Over and above wages, medical services, canteen facility, library, leave with pay, sports, entertainment activities, training facility, and many more such welfare facilities are given to employees. Therefore, employees work with perseverance, enthusiasm, and efficiency. So, here, along with the salary, bonus, commission, and etc., financial incentives, some type of welfare activities and amenities, that is, the facilities, is also required for the mental peace of the employees. Because when this type of small facilities are available to the workers and employees, then their enthusiasm, zeal, and inspiration will increase, and that will helpful in increasing the productivity and production of the organization. Basically, these financial and non-financial incentives are useful for the encouragement of employees. Along with that, the productivity and production of employee will also increase. Welfare activities means all those activities which are meant for the betterment of the living standard of employees and workers, while amenities are the facilities which are available to the workers at the workplace. Given to employees also inspire them to work, because only the money is not the thing that can inspire the workers and employees. Over and above wages, like wages is the compulsory or it is the basic requirement that should be given to employees. Medical services, it means in some of the organization there is a facility of medical center is there where they are providing medical services. Along with that, they are arranging some type of free medical checkup and different type of disease diagnosis system, or sometimes they arrange camps for medical camps for different type of test also, like thalassemia testing and etc. So medical services while they are working is also required. Canteen facilities, because majority of the organization are providing food to their employees in their workplace, but sometimes if they are failed to give it, then they are providing a canteen facility where employees or workers can get food of their choice by paying the amount. But this facility will encourage them to work more. Library, because sometimes during two shifts or meanwhile the employees are encouraged to read also. Sometimes they feel that for they means fed up with their routine work and they wants to read something or get a fresh, then they visit the library, read different types of newspapers, magazines, etc., which gives them mental peace. Live with pay, it is a specific facility where the organization is giving them offer that if you want to go on a leave, then also will not cut your salary, and if you don't go, then we will pay extra salary for that particular leave. So by this way the employees are also getting encouraged that if they want to go with their family and enjoy, then also their salary will not be cut, and if they don't want to go anywhere, then they will earn some extra money also. Sports, basically they are arranging a sports day or sports week, like in Bhavnagar also. Excel Crop Care is arranging a Excel cricket match or cricket tournament every year in the winter season for their employees and workers, where they are encouraging different sports activities along with cricket also. Entertainment activities, here they are arranging some type of get together, sometimes they are arranging some type of drama and movie premiere show also for the employees or workers, where they are enjoying training facility time to time. Basically when the employees or workers are joining the organization, at that time induction training and training related to their work will be given by the organization. But after sometime, that is after 6 months or 1 year, they are giving refresher training also, where the total new and modern thinking will be provided to the employees. Sometimes they are arranging different type of yoga and meditation programs also for the mental peace of the employees, and many more such welfare facilities are given to employees. Along with all this, the organization is also providing insurance services, and if any of the worker gets injured or die during the working or during working hours, then they will be paid a compensation. It means their family will getting the compensation from company itself. So all these kind of welfare activities and amenities will be helpful to the workers and employees, and that motivates them and they work with more happiness, and it gives encouragement. Therefore employees work with perseverance, because now they will be able to understand that the organization is doing so much efforts for them, and so it is their organization also, and that's why the work with perseverance, enthusiasm and efficiency, that increases the productivity and production of the organization, and which will helpful in achieving the target on a particular or stipulated time period. Other incentives, many other incentives are provided to the employees other than above incentives. Example, housing facility, life insurance, free education to children, books, transportation facility to pick up and drop from residence to place of work, etc. So along with the above mentioned 5 types of non-financial incentives, sometimes the organization is providing other incentives also. Many other incentives are provided to the employees other than the above incentives. Example, housing facilities. Like if we are talking about the Infosys company, then they have established or they constructed an Infosys city where more than 4,000 employees and workers of the Infosys company are residing at free of cost according to their post. And many other organizations also, like in Bhavnagar, we are having a Nirma company which provides a residence facility to the outsider staff who are not from the Bhavnagar. And if any of the staff belongs to Bhavnagar, then they are paying them house rent allowance, that is HRA, which is the compulsion in the Companies Act also to provide house rent allowance to the employees. So they are providing a housing facility, sometimes cottage facility also. Life insurance, here the employees can take life insurance by their own also, and basically the company are making arrangement to give them life insurance, while the premium will be paid by the company, not by the employees. So they are providing life insurance to the employees. Free education to children, if the school is run by the organization, then they will provide a free education, and if not, then up to 2 children they are providing a fees for the school of the employees or we can say the workers of the organization. So it becomes a pre-education to children. Books, every year they are providing a books to the employees according to the need of the childrens of the employees. Transportation facility to pick up and drop from residence to place of work. Basically in Bhavnagar we are seeing the buses of Nirma, then Accuracy Limited, and different type of organizations are running in Bhavnagar very early morning at nearest about 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. and at the evening nearest about 5 p.m. to 7 p.m., which are providing the facility of pick up and drop up from house to the workplace and from workplace to the house. So this type of other incentives will also encourage the employees to work with the particular organization. So here we end up this particular topic. In previous three sessions we discussed about financial and non-financial incentives, which are the part of the motivation. Like when the money or monetary encouragement is associated, then it is called financial incentives, in which we have seen or discussed profit sharing, co-partnership, promotion, bonus, commission, prizes, and suggestions and advices. While in non-financial incentives we had seen security of employment, appreciation of work and reward, assignment of responsibility, advisor, welfare activities and amenities, and other incentives. So with this particular topic we are concluding second element of directing, that is motivation. And now let us move towards the third element of directing, that is leadership. Leadership is basically a word which is very known to a routine life also, because whether it is a organizational or we can say corporate world, or whether it is any kind of sports, or whether it is schooling, we require a leader everywhere. Even in our religious and other social sectors also we require some type of leader. But here in this particular chapter or in this particular subject we will talk about the leadership in the sense of organization, or we can say in corporate terms only. So let us start with the introductory part of the leadership. Leadership is required when people are working in group. In the industrial units, employees are working in group. Leadership is to be provided to this group. Leadership is a process of encouraging in a mutual way. Leadership is a base for efficient organization. Leader by his attitude and behavior channelize the efforts of the group members in a proper direction. He provides guidance to achieve decided targets, motivation to achieve objectives, inspiration, faith, etc. Thus, the leadership is a source of motivation for others. So, as I said that leader is required in every field. So here the leadership is required when people are working in group. Basically here we are talking about the working scenario. So whenever there are more than 2-3 people are working in a group, they required a leader to constant monitoring and directing them. In the industrial units, employees are working in group. Basically in all the industrial unit, whether it is departmental organization that is focusing on different department, or it is a functional organization, employees are basically working in a group. This group is also known as a team, but there is a vast difference between a team and a group. So whenever the employees are working in a group, they required a leader, and in industrial unit they are basically working in group itself. Leadership is to be provided to this group amongst all the members. Either the leader will be from them or he is external to the group, but leadership is to be provided to this group, because without leader the group will not get any kind of success. Leadership is a process of encouraging in a mutual way, because it is the only leader who can encourage the employees, or he gets inspired by the work of a team. So it is a two-way process. In one way, the leader is giving encouragement and they encourage people to work more, and on other hand, if the workers or if the team members or if the group member are working properly and they are achieving the goals, then leader will also inspired with the working of the team, and they will also try to give best results. Leadership is a base for efficient organization, because the leader is a person who will get the work done from even a average or below average person. And if there is a lack of efficiency or effectiveness in a leader, then even an efficient worker will not deliver the good result. So it is the leadership which is the necessity for the efficient organization. Leader by his attitude and behavior channelizes the efforts of the group members in a proper direction. Basically, in any of the organization where more number of workers are working, they are basically try to achieving their personal goal instead of organization's goal. Their personal goal is to increase in wages and salaries along with other financial incentives. But by running behind their personal goals, they forgot about the goals of the organization, and sometimes the whole organization has to suffer. But if they are working in a group, then the leader by his attitude and behavior, because leader is a person who is constantly working with a team for the betterment or achievement of the goals of the organization. So leader by his attitude and behavior channelizes the efforts. Now he will make other understand or explain the group members that together we achieve more, and if we give secondary preference to our personal goal and focusing on the goals of the organization, then we will achieve the organizational goal within a stipulated time period. So a leader by his attitude and behavior channelizes the efforts of the group members in a proper direction. So we can say that it is the leader who can direct, guide and help the employees for the achievement of organizational as well as personal objectives. Leader provides guidance to achieve decided targets, because sometimes the employees are unaware with the best method to achieve the targets, but leader provides guidance to them so that they can achieve their decided target within a stipulated time period or with less efforts. Motivates to achieve objectives. He is the only person who constantly motivating and inspiring persons or the group members to achieve objectives. He gives dreams to the members of the group so that they can easily fulfill their dreams. Inspiration, he constantly inspire along with staying with them, and the leader is having a faith on his group on same way the group is having a faith on their leaders. Thus by this way we can say that leadership is a source of motivation for others, because he or she is constantly encouraging and inspiring a group member to achieve the organizational targets as well as their personal targets. Now let us discuss the meaning of a leadership or a leader. First meaning is leadership is the quality which influences the people to do efforts willingly in achieving goals. So first and very common meaning is says that Leadership is the quality because it is the basic requirement in any of the person who wants to be a leader, that it is some type of quality that can be established by a person through his different efforts and behavior which influences the people. Because if the leader is there, then compulsorily he or she should be influences the people to do efforts willingly in achieving job. So basically, in all the organizations, the employees are working for the wages and salaries, but sometimes they fed up with their routine task and monotonous work. So now their willingness is very less for the achievement of target. But leader is the person who inspires them or continuously inspiring them for the achievement of the goal. And that's why by that way he or she will be able to achieve the goals of the organization along with the personal goal. So in first meaning we understand that it is a one kind of quality which influences the people. Sometimes we feel that we are attracting towards some person due to his efforts, attitudes or behavior. So same type of attractness is also available in the leader, and that's why he influences the people to do efforts willingly in achieving goals. Second meaning is leadership is the art and skill of creating the desire in others for achieving objective. So it is slightly different than the first meaning of the leadership. Here, instead of quality, they says that leadership is the art and skill of creating the desire in others. Here, we have to inspire others, encourage others to do our work, and that's why we are creating the desire in others. And that's why it is the art of a person or skill of a person that creating the desires in others. And sometimes it can be said that a leader is one who sees the dream from the eyes of their followers. So same way here we can also say that the art and skill of creating the desire in others for achieving objectives. Third meaning is also a definition, that is according to Dr. George R. Terry. Leadership is the quality of influencing others to work willingly for the realization of specified goal. So it is the combination of meaning 1 and 2 according to Dr. George R. Terry. So here it is given with the name of a specific author. So it is the definition of leadership, and whenever it is asked that define the leadership according to Dr. George R. Terry, then you have to write this definition compulsorily as it is given in your textbook. According to George R. Terry, leadership is the quality of influencing others to work willingly for the realization of specified goals, which we already discussed in above two meaning. So we are not stretching this too much over here, and let us move towards the last paragraph. It is clear from above definition that leader is an influential person of the group who without any pressure provides guidance and inspiration and thus gets the expected work willingly done. This skill is known as leadership. So from the above three meaning or definition, it is clear that leader is an influential person. He is the center of attraction of the group who without any pressure, because leader never pressurized anyone and never make any kind of compulsion to do a particular task, because he or she always believes that a people can work more with their willingness than their pressure. So who without any pressure provides guidance and inspiration and thus gets the expected work willingly done. And sometimes it may happen that if you make them free or make the employees free to work by their own with their own style, then they will get an extraordinary result. So they never pressurize any of the employees or workers for doing a particular task, but then they inspire them to that expected work will be willingly done. And this skill of inspiring others or influencing others to get expected work willingly done is known as leadership. So here with this particular topic we are concluding our session. The characteristics of leadership and the qualities of good leader will be discussed in next session itself. Till that, have a nice day and thank you very much class.